Hello everybody and welcome to this week's episode of 6 Things I Love About My RV. This week we're meeting up with my friend Jessica, who is an amazing outdoor adventure photographer that I follow and love, and we are going to get a tour of her Rockwood pop-up camper. Jessica has 3 sons and they have traveled all over the country, first as tent campers and now as RV owners. So let's head on over and say hello to Jessica and start our tour of her Rockwood tent camper.
Hey everyone! I'm Jeremy. I'm the author of the best-selling Where Should We Camp Next series of guidebooks. This summer, I'm hitting the open road with my camera guy Shawn and meeting some really cool people and talking about why they love their RVs. This is season 4 of 6 Things I Love About My RV, brought to you by Go RVing.
Hello, Jessica, and welcome to 6 Things I Love About My RV. Thank you so much for meeting us here at Assateague and doing this.
Hi, thank you. I'm super excited to be here, show you my pop-up. We're really excited about
It looks gorgeous back here. So you guys did a lot of tent camping, but then a few years ago you decided to make that transition to the pop-up camper, aka tent camper. We'll call it both of these things here during this episode. Why did you decide to jump in and buy an RV and buy a pop-up camper?
Yeah, so we love tent camping, we love traveling. You know, it was kind of like a nice, less expensive way to travel. And we actually here at this park at Assateague had a horrific storm that came through. It literally ripped our tent in half. All of our belongings start blowing down the beach. Kids are terrified. My dog is freaking out. And my kids at that point were like, we're never going camping again. And well, I didn't want to not go camping again.
So this was the solution.
So this was the upgrade. And we've brought it through quite a few storms. And it's definitely an upgrade from a
Working
tent.
great for your family.
Oh, yeah. Rains, no problem. We can hang out here, stay dry, and then go enjoy the day.
All right, awesome. Let's dive in and talk about the 6 things that Jessica loves about her Rockwood pop-up camper. All right, Jessica, what is the first thing that you love about your RV, and it has something to do with this silver SUV?
Yes, so the first thing I was worried about was being able to actually tow a trailer. I've never owned a trailer, I've never towed anything before, so I picked this, which is actually only 1,400 pounds.
Very lightweight.
Yes, and I was easily able to tow it with my car. It's like I don't even notice it's behind me. I can easily back it up into a space. Not saying I'm great at it, but
you nailed it right here.
I know,
you nailed it right
really
here.
good at it. So it was really, really great for like a first-time trailer owner.
Yeah, and this is a mid-size SUV. At 1,400 pounds, there's a wide variety of tow vehicles that would work to tow a pop-up camper like this. All right, Jessica, let's talk about the second thing that you love about your pop-up camper, aka tent camper. And when we owned one of these, this was my favorite aspect of it. So tell us.
Absolutely. So we actually love tent camping, and we love being close to nature and hearing the ocean and seeing the stars. So I love that my pop-up still has those aspects of tent camping.
Open, airy.
Yes.
And you fell asleep listening to the ocean
and
last
I listened
night.
to the ocean. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. But it has beds. So I have all the perks of an RV, but also all the benefits of a tent. It's amazing.
As like an outdoor adventure photographer, you want to be connected to nature when you're camping, and this allows for that connection to be really strong.
Exactly.
All right, awesome. Let's move on to the third thing that Jessica loves about her RV. All right, Jessica, we have moved inside of your gorgeous pop-up camper. Tell us, what is the third thing that you love about this RV?
So it's really extended our camping season. We can camp almost year round. In fact, we've gone out in November, December, early spring, and it's been just as warm and cozy as if we were in, a full-sided RV. We've got heat here, we've got heated beds. This thing actually stays really, really warm. All we have to do is zip up all these panels, turn on the heat, and we are good almost year round.
So that propane furnace really warms this up very nicely.
To the point that we can't even use it on high. That thing works really well. I was amazed.
And the heated beds are such a cool extra option for cold weather camping.
So cozy. I love them.
All right, awesome. Let's move on to the fourth thing that Jessica loves about her RV. Jessica, it is so lovely here. I just want to sit here and hang out and play a game of cards or something. But let's move on. What is the fourth thing that you love about this pop-up camper? And it's a bunch of things.
It is. So I was actually really surprised when I started researching pop-up campers and I saw this one. They have so much cool stuff in them that I had no idea. Everything we need. I mean, I've got a little mini kitchen. I've got a sink with running water. I've got heat. I've got a mini fridge. We have a table here that turns into a bed. We have 3 beds, which family of 5, that's awesome.
And the beds are very spacious in a
are.
pop-up camper. They're
They
really
are.
large.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's a lot of space 5 people and 2 dogs fit in here nicely.
Easy peasy.
We've done a 2-week trip with the whole family. It's been great.
Awesome.
Yes.
And you've got the outdoor stove for doing
Outdoor
some
stove,
camp
and it
cooking.
actually comes inside too. That has a hookup that you can do it inside or outside,
Oh, that's so cool.
which is awesome.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's very cool.
All right, Jessica, the 5th thing that you love about your RV has something to do with packing. So tell us what it is.
Yes, so this pop-up has saved us so much time with packing. You know, tent camping days, we used to spend all day packing up all of our tents and all of our sleeping pads and just all the 8 million things you need. We don't need to do any of that here. Everything that we need for our pop-up is already in the pop-up.
So you like prep for the season and you have a lot of things that stay in here.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
So, you know, I have a coffee maker that stays in there. We have silverware that stays in there. Everything we need to camp is already in there. Do not need to do anything. In fact, we even have extra room that we can bring surfboard, fishing poles, even like a portable grill. That all fits in the empty space that we have here in the pop-up.
And you can't leave all that stuff in the car if you're a tent camper. That's just
No.
not going to work,
No.
right? So it makes it quicker and easier to just to get out the door on a Friday and get camping.
Yeah, exactly. We can really just go out on a camping trip. Takes maybe half an hour to pack our clothes, grab some food, and that's it.
And you're on the road. All right, Jessica, we are here at the back of this beautiful campsite where there would often be hookups, but we're at a state park and there are no hookups here. And this ties into the 6th thing that you love about your RV. So tell us what it is.
Yeah, so we can camp pretty much anywhere with this. We can kind of go off grid. We don't need hookups because of the solar power, which
So you upgraded.
It was a minor upgrade, and it has been the best thing ever. So we have a automatic pop-up, which we do by
So you don't
solar
have
power.
to hand crank the roof?
No hand cranking.
Okay.
Yep. As soon as we get here, that roof pops up by itself, which is super easy. We have lights. We have our water pump and running water is off electric, and then we have our heat.
Oh, so the furnace can run
Yeah,
while you're
so
here.
all those things can run even if we don't have hookups. So we really can take advantage of tent sites or RV sites, and it's given us just a lot more options as far as where we're camping.
And you can be comfortable, and it's very convenient, even when you're at a state
Absolutely,
park.
yeah. So we still have the perks of our pop-up without needing these hookups. Solar has just been a really, really cool option for us.
Game changer. I agree completely. All right, let's wrap up the show. All right, Jessica, thank you so much for coming on 6 Things I Love About My RV. Where to next in the pop-up camper?
So we're super excited, kicking off the summer with a 2-week beach trip. We're going to start in Chincoteague, Virginia.
That away
With more wild horses, and then we're going to do our first ferry ride with the pop-up and take it down to Ocracoke Island in North Carolina.
I'm getting the sense that you're a beach person.
Yes, we love the ocean, love the beach, love being able to hear it from the pop-up.
All right, awesome. Really appreciate it. Where can everyone follow you and check out your amazing outdoor adventure photography?
Absolutely. So We Chose Adventures is my main Instagram account, and that's where I share all my family adventure travel tips, all kinds of fun stuff with the kids, favorite places, that thing. And then I also have She Chose Adventures, which is where I host my women's group trips and my women's hikes on the East Coast.
Awesome. Love your work so much.
Thank you.
If you want to find out more about RVing or find a dealer near you, make sure you head on over to GoRVing.com.